Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Two Witches, a horror movie from Arrow Video that looks, it looks creepy, but there's almost no indication of what the hell the story is. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Thank you for coming out to my book signing at LBI Book Swap in Long Beach Island, otherwise known as Beach Haven, New Jersey. It was a great day. I sold a ton of books. Thank you so much. I even sold a book on Amazon while I was there. So, crazy day for me. Crazy day. All day out in the sun, but I loved it. I got a great bagel, New York bagel, at a place that was, it was fabulous. A little pricey, but fabulous. But thank you so much. Now, the crew at Bloody Disgusting loves it. I wouldn't be surprised. It looks interesting. It looks like they're playing with the concept of witches, kind of like I do in the Pineys, where this is what the real witch looks like, but they can also appear beautiful in young women. Like they can appear as they want. The Rue Morgue, they're still around. All these magazines are somehow still around. I guess they're all websites now. They love it too. Grimfest, Best Scare. So there's a lot of scenes here of people burning and people turning old and bleeding and horrible things happening. It's scary looking, but I have no idea what's going on. They literally give you none of the story. Wow. Are the witches cursing me as I'm doing this review? But it looks cool. The witches look sufficiently creepy. I'll give you that, but I have no idea what the story is. That worries me, because I worry that there's no story. They're just showing the cool effects and the actors doing whatever. It streams on Arrow, which I guess is on a website. I never heard of Arrow. twowitches.com. It's got some credits here. Let's see if we can read them. Ooh, these are tough to read. Why would you make them so tough to read? I can't read these. They're the same color. Like, why would you make orange credits in front of an orange image? You can see the soundtrack. Here Lies Lucy. Seems appropriate for a witch movie. I can't. Let's see. Visual effects. They seem good. By Lynx FX. Can't see if that's directed by Pierre Izagardis. He edited it. So this is a low budget affair, I'm assuming. Let's see. If I go further in the video, I can see. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Okay. So directed by Pierre Izagardis. I'm going to assume he wrote it too, because they didn't put that credit in here, and he also edited it. So that would indicate to me he probably wrote it too. But it also indicates me the lack of emphasis on the screenplay, and that's a little worrying. It's got some of the cast here. I don't recognize any of the names. No. But I want to like this movie because I do enjoy witches. Obviously, I think they're kind of a cool thing from folklore and I don't know, the past, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are into them. I'll tell you, and it's just kind of funny. Women like witches, like women who like that kind of fiction or like horror fiction. The moment you mention witches, they're like, "Ooh, you got witches in this." They're fascinated by them. I think because it's a very female centric sort of creature. I think when you talk about like werewolves and vampires, it's usually always guys. as the vampire or werewolf, and the women are in it too, but they're, like the vampire, the women are often the victims of the vampire. And then sometimes they get turned into the vampire, but it's a different thing. Whereas witches, they're in charge. And I don't think they've really explored the whole witch thing all that much. The Witch, that was a really good movie on it. This looks, cheesy horror kind of thing. I love the whole eyeball effect. It's really cool and creepy. I mean, this could be really good. But the fact that you're telling me almost nothing about the story, again, kind of worries me. It kind of makes me go, is there a story here at all? Or is this just all a bunch of scary scenes that go nowhere or don't really come together? So I think it's a mistake. I mean, I can't even do a 3-act breakdown because no idea what the acts are. It'd be complete guess, complete shot in the dark. I mean, literally nothing. These are a bunch of characters. I don't know any of their names. I don't know where they are. I don't know what time period. I don't know who's related to who. Some of them, I think, are the witches in 2 different forms, played by 2 different actresses, which is mildly interesting. Would I see this movie? Maybe. I mean, if I knew what the hell it was about. I mean, you got to give us something. I get it. Oh, it's about 2 witches. But you got to give us more than that. Like, in what context? Are they the bad guys? Are they the good guys? Is it a thing where you don't know and it could be either? Or, give us something. So, I think this is a trailer fail. But that being said, it looks cool. But that only tells you so much, right? It's like, I'll tell you, I'm getting hammered on my trailer review for Blackbird, this Irish James Bond movie that I looked at. Now, the trailer in that case looked really good. I mean, it was cut well together. It seemed to have a good lead. He seemed to be cool, but they didn't actually show any of the real scenes. They just showed a line or two here. The guy who cut the trailer together, I thought, oh, then maybe this will be pretty good. I mean, James Bond is dead. Maybe this will be the new James Bond. And everybody in the comments, almost everybody, is like, oh, this movie's terrible. It's laughably bad. You got to see it. Apparently, the lead actor is also a dancer in Ireland. He's not really much of an actor. He's kind of an egomaniac. And I'm talking about that instead of this movie because there's nothing to talk about here. So I guess if you want to see it and it's free, maybe I'd check it out and see if it was any good. But it'd be nice to have a very tiny version, almost a commercial about the movie that would tell us something about it to entice us to go see it. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. We got a news blast and a Hollywoke hot take. We'll see you in the next one.